What's up, you fucking weirdos? What's up, you fucking weirdos? Welcome to where the weird ones are.
Yeah. Weird ones only, we talking that truth. Ghost in the attic, yeah, show me the proof. Aliens creeping, they light in the roof. Minds wide open, we shatter the booth. Conspiracies deep, we digging the scars. Demons and angels and bodies on Mars. Cryptids be watching, they lurk in the dark. Mental on edge, but we glowing like stars. Welcome to the pod, no cap, it's a seance. Whispers in the static, spirits doing dance. Reptiles in suits, yeah, running the lands. MK Ultra made a puppet of your mans. Wendigo hunger, dogman strut, flat woods, eyes glow. Slice through the cut, Bigfoot tagging trees. Marking the trail, weird ones ride, no room for the frail. Talking about trauma, talking that soul. Peeling back layers, we digging a hole. Sacred geometry, numbers align. Ancestors speak through the veil and the sign. Ayahuasca dreams, third eye lit. Shadow self lurking, we making it spit. No mainstream lies. This the dirt where the weird ones rise from the blood and the hurt. Weird ones only, we talking that truth. Ghosts in the attic, yeah, show me the proof. Aliens creeping, they light in the roof. Minds wide open, we shatter the booth. Conspiracies deep, we digging the scars. Demons and angels and bodies on Mars. Cryptids be watching, they lurk in the dark. Mental on edge, but we glowing like stars. Voices in the woods got chills on the neck. Black-eyed kids at the door, now we check. CIA tapped in, fluoride drip. Project Bluebeam, watch that script. Talking about grief, talking about fear. Talking about why them voices appear. Healing the mind while breaking the chain. Spiritual warfare deep in the brain. We don't run from the strange, we live in the strange. Tattoo the truth in the scars and the pain. Stay weird, the mantra we own in the name. Reality bent, so we bend to the same. From the attic to the swamp, we tracking the freak. Where the veil get thin and the silence speak. We ain't your norm, we off that grid. Weird as the wave, yo, this where we live.
Would you like to hear a story?
Hey, this is Rochelle Stratton, and you are listening to Kevin with Where the Weird Ones Are. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What's up, you fucking weirdos? Welcome to another episode of Where the Weird Ones Are. My name is Kevin, which you probably already knew that, and if you didn't, now you do. Today's episode is with Caity and Kelsey from Dead Inside Paranormal. Lovely ladies. Can't wait to meet them in May at the Paracon at Pennhurst. A lot of fun. This episode, we kind of just go all over the place, which is totally fine. But it was exciting, and I really enjoyed listening to their stories and listening to what they had to say. Um, I don't know. I had a good time. Like the time kind of just flew by, and before I knew it, I was like, oh man, I gotta go. I could have talked to them probably for another 2 hours or more, to be honest with you, and it would have been the same energy. So, anywho, a quick shout out to the sponsor, Flavors of the Forest. If you haven't gotten this stuff, you're sleeping on it really hard because this shit is good. It's stronger than any other garlic powder out there. It's very potent. You're gonna taste it for sure. So scoop yourself up some from flavorsforest.com. You can also follow them on Instagram at flavorsforest. Now, let's get real for a real second. If you are experiencing any kind of mental distress here in the United States, please call or text 988. They are there and equipped to help you with your mental distress needs. I implore you to stay another day. You do not realize the hole that you're going to be leaving behind, because all you're doing is transferring trauma, and I know you don't want to do that. So stick around, will you? Life is beautiful even when it's not. And I love you. And I'm happy you exist. All right. So, I'm trying to make a movie. It's called Secrets of Densmore Manor. It's a found footage film about a paranormal investigator who's kind of like an up and coming star on YouTube. She's gaining a lot of momentum on her channel, and she thinks she's about to break into TV. She investigates this mansion with her friends, and things quickly go awry, and there are secrets in the house that they will uncover. Now, the Kickstarter is out. It's going to be in the show notes, but I honestly thought that the Kickstarter would do a lot better than it has. Because if you realistically think about it, 600 people, if 600 people chipped in $25, we'd be done. The film would be fully funded. But that has not happened. I ended up putting my own money into it, which is fine. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying. Just trying to build some momentum there. I got a shit ton of emails from scammers though, trying to get money out of me, telling me that they can get my film funded, but um they're just trying to con me. So I really want to make this movie, and I want to make more movies. That's what I want to, that's realistically what I would like to do, what I have with the rest of the time on this earth that I have. I think it's a good, I personally think it's a good story. Um and I just need the funding for the execution, because if I have to, realistically I can do it on my own. I just, the execution won't be as good, because does that make sense to you? I don't know, but the Kickstarter's out there. If you're interested, you get stuff out of pledging too. Like you can, like $5 gets you the screener, and that's before it goes to film festivals and stuff. Because we're gonna do the film festival circuit and all that shit. So it's gonna take about, let's see, we probably won't film until August or September, so that's like a whole year before anybody ever sees it to begin with. So you could have it pretty early for only $5. Um, so if I could get a couple thousand people just to be like, oh, $5, $5, spend $5 on a freaking coffee. um, but yeah, I get it. I get it too. Especially if people don't believe in the project or don't even know me. It's hard to get people to help out. But if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. Because Kickstarter sends the money back to everybody who donated. If we don't reach the goal, so I don't get anything. I don't get anything. Also, Patreon is up, where the weird ones go. Um, $10 for Weird Ones Horror Society, and this coming Friday, April 3rd or April 4th, however you want to view it, at midnight, I am doing a watch party for Ready or Not 2. Ready or Not 2 just came out into theaters. I do have the screener. And for Patreon members only, we will be watching it at midnight Friday night. So, um, should be a good time. We could talk about it after and all that. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in that, too, I'll also be putting my paranormal investigations in there as extra content. I do have two other podcasts that I'm putting on Patreon only. So I have 3 tiers. You get first tiers, $3, early access, um, ad free. Second tier, you get a coffee mug, and Let Me Talk At You podcast. And then tier 3 is the Weird Ones Horror Society. You got the horror podcast. You get watch parties. Um, and my paranormal investigations. First dibs on acting parts in my movie, extras or whatever, but get to try out for the parts first before anybody else. You can talk to me about your scripts in there. If you need help or whatever. Not saying that I'm fucking amazing and I'm the best writer out there. I'm just saying that, if you want some help or you want to bounce ideas off of somebody, you can do that with me in there. You could realistically probably do that with me on Instagram too, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's it. So Kickstarter in the links in the show notes, and Patreon should be in the show notes if you guys are interested in that. Also Friday Night Frights every Friday night. Okay, love you. Bye. Let's get into this with Caity and Kelsey of Dead Inside. Where the Weird Ones Go Productions. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. So happy to have you here. I have two amazing special guests, Caity and Kelsey from Dead Inside Paranormal. How is it going tonight, ladies? That was so ungenuine. It's like Katie's like, I don't really do that.
Yeah, I don't do that.
She's like, I don't know how to be cute. I'll just throw it up there.
Just put a little blooper. It's fine. Welcome.
Anyways.
On the spicy side of Dead Inside Paranormal.
I fucking love it, dude. I love it. I love the contrast. Anyways, if you guys don't mind letting the two people that listen to this podcast know a little bit about yourselves and where they can find you.
Hi, two people. I'm Kelsey. I'm one half of Dead Inside Paranormal, and you can find me at Kelsey Hen on Instagram, or also on Dead Inside Paranormal. That's our main Instagram, but my personal is Kelsey Hen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mine is Great Question 3. If you want my personal, and then Dead Inside Paranormal, Instagram and TikTok. I came up with the name.
She did. I'm giving her full credit because she did.
Nice.
It was a great name.
Nice. I like it. It reminds me of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good show, but I feel like it's just also I feel like I'm just dead inside. Like my soul probably shouldn't belong in my body, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
My soul
so
belongs
many
to everyone else.
Yeah. There's so many ways to interpret that, but the first time I saw it, it reminded me of that first episode when he's in the hospital.
Yes, and it's crazy because we're both healthcare workers. So we do work in hospital.
That's wild.
It is, yeah. Yep. So that's definitely a great circle.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys still in healthcare?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm currently working in urgent care. I'm a medical assistant / clinical lead.
I work in eyeballs currently, but I'm a nursing student, so I'm in my last semester, so I should be graduating in 2 months.
Whoop whoop. Finally, we can actually go places.
Yeah. I can pay to do things again.
The amount of haunted locations we have on a list is crazy.
Yeah,
although the amount of haunted locations we've gone to in the last year and a half to 2 years has also just been crazy.
Oh, nice. So out of the places that you want to go that you haven't been to, what is on the top of that list?
For me, it's Ohio State Reformatory.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say.
I want to go there so bad, and then I was like,
Ohio State Reformatory.
Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Yes, I want to go there. Yeah.
I want to go back to Trans-Allegheny. We've been there, but I want to go back so bad. I really do want to go to the Queen Mary, in California.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. There's all kinds of places that I want to go to.
I know somebody that is close with the people at Queen Mary. If you're interested.
Yeah.
Should we go to Queen Mary? Group trip.
Yeah. Group trip.
The more the merrier.
Yes, I want to go to the Queen Mary so bad.
You should. You definitely should. From what I've heard, so I had a couple on a couple episodes ago, and the wife is, she said that if I ever wanted to go to Queen Mary, that she could help me because she knows them. So if
Okay.
I could probably introduce you to her and stuff and see
Cool. Yeah.
that. But she was telling me all these stories about things that she experienced at the Queen Mary, and I was like,
crazy.
what?
It's crazy. Like the things that I watch and hear about people, like I know a couple people that have been to the Queen Mary, and it's just crazy the amount of stuff that happens. I do also want to go to the Stanley Hotel. That's more for my like horror movie, like than it is paranormal. Like it's both, but it's more because of The Shining.
Yeah. Yes.
Childhood dreams.
I want to get a picture in the hallway.
The hallway?
I know the carpets are different now and stuff like that. I get that, but I still want it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
eventually I will.
Like
so,
I just want to like stand at the end of that hallway and just be like, okay, cool. Like I've done it. Checked. I can die now. Like
I'll be like this. I'll be like, stab.
I
right.
partially want to
Katie
bring a
chasing me down the hallway.
tricycle.
Yes. Just rides it down.
Could you imagine just like ride in there, like not even talk to the front desk clerk and just ride your tricycle in and just ride down the hall?
They're
Just
probably
right
like
past
not
the
even
front desk.
surprised.
Probably. They probably won't even react. They'll be
Ah,
like,
it's another
"Oh, all right."
Thursday.
I'm a
Just
wicked
another Thursday.
horror buff, so
Yeah, me too. I like old school horror. I mean, like I'm starting to get back into watching more horror, but I definitely like all the old school movies.
oh, for sure. A lot of like the newer stuff doesn't hold a candle to the
No, the old
old
stuff.
stuff because they were more, there was more ingenuity, I feel like, with it, you know, like
Yeah.
with the effects and stuff. It wasn't all just let's just throw a computer image in right here
Yeah.
and expect the actors to act to it, and then
Right.
but with all like the 70s 80s stuff, like it was all real physical
Real.
things
Like they
that
were
they were
being
interacting
chased.
with.
Like they were being legit being chased and they were actually scared. Like there was no fake scare. Like they were actually terrified. They had nightmares about this.
Yeah, especially like the freaking like American Werewolf in London. That was a real like a
Yes.
mechanical creature.
Yeah. Like nope.
So
I'm good.
oh my goodness. But anyway, so what was it about this paranormal stuff that got you guys so interested in doing this?
Kate, you want to tell the story?
The dolls?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So Kelsey's house that she lives in now, that's her aunt's house. So she we grew up there, right? So my parents were best friends with her aunt and uncle. And so we would spend a lot of time in the room that she had there. And for some reason, her aunt decided that it would be a really cool idea to make the entire walls of all of them covered in like those glass porcelain dolls that are like those weird ones that like stare at you and like move
My
their heads.
grandfather bought these for me, and she thought it was a great idea to like display them without asking.
Display.
She just like we came over one day and they were displayed.
And so we were like, we'd be sitting in there like playing. And then all of a sudden, I remember I like looked up. We like both kind of like turned our heads like this and like looked up in the corner. And I remember it was like the one doll with like the green dress on. And it literally was just like, and both of us like full send, like look at each other and we're like, bye. And just like run out of that room. And we're like, peace. We are not in here anymore.
Right.
And yeah. We were like, I'm good. Thanks so much.
Our together first paranormal experience. And then I had an experience when I was 16 years old. So I grew up with a house in the Poconos. So like in Jim Thorpe. And the house, little background on the house, it used to be like a convent. So there was a church next door that burnt down. The house was where like the priests and all the everyone that worked for the church lived there. And they just sold the house and sold the land after the church burned down. They never rebuilt it. So that's what the house was. And we just kind of renovated it. And that was that. Mind you, like this house is old. Like it had like the brown, like shiplap wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the old school, like brown walls that like probably have like cigarette smoke attached to it. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And like the
like the wood paneling, like that wood paneling walls. Yeah, like all of it.
All of it. Like the whole nine. Like this looks like a 70s like movie without the like indented floor where you could sit. Like that's the only thing it didn't have. Like it had everything.
Basement of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Whole house.
Yeah.
So we had like it slept a lot of people. It slept like 20 people. So we had 2 bedrooms upstairs and 3
Wow.
bedrooms in the back. Like it was a big house. So I bring my friends up to go to. It's not far from there's like a haunted attraction up there. It's like something hotel, or I forget. It's like something.
There's a movie that's based off of a hotel
there's like
that's
a
up
haunted
there.
attraction up there, and we went to go to the haunted attraction for Halloween. So I'm like, I have like 4 of my closest friends with me, and we were upstairs. I took them up to the attic, and my grandfather was like a hoarder. Obviously, he used to buy me like dolls when I was a kid, so like he liked to collect things. And my dad's out in the garage, and me and my friends are just going through the stuff upstairs. I don't know what made us like just start going through boxes. And there's a old, like, you know, those old like radios that like have like the dial, but it was like definitely like 1920s, 1930s. Like it had like a green like window on it. My friend
Just like 2 dials on the sides.
Yep. And my friend Kayla's like, oh, this is cool. Like, let's plug it in and see. I'm like, oh, it's not going to catch anything. Like, we've tried. Like, there's no radio stations up here that's going to catch on this thing. It's old. Mind you, get like 2 radio stations in Jim Thorpe. So she's playing with it, and she leaves it on, and all you hear is... So we're walking away, but she just left it on. All of a sudden, it catches a radio station, but it's nothing that you would hear normally on the radio. It's like... it's like old time, like the music that you would think people would be like dancing to in like a ball, like ballroom music. And I like flip around. I'm like, oh my God, like what the heck? All of a sudden, it's up the bottom door slams. Like what I'm telling you, slams. My friends are like freaking out. I'm freaking out. I go running down the stairs. The door will not open. It hit slam so hard it would not open. I'm freaking out, like banging into the door to get it open. I open my window and I'm like, Dad, help. We can't get out. We're stuck up here. My dad comes over. He opens the door. It's completely fine. And then we turn around. The music's gone. And it's just... My dad to this day still does not believe that it actually happened. All 4 of us were like...
What?
I'm 28 years old, and right before we sold the house was the only time once I went back up there. I did not go back up on that 3rd floor.
Oh my God. No, I wouldn't have either. I probably would have burnt the house down, to be honest.
And mind you, I got COVID. I was like the first like 5 people in PA to get COVID from the hospital. And I had to spend 27 days up at the Poconos by myself in that house. When I'm telling you, I put a chair up against the door. I was 23 years old by myself. I put a chair up against the door just thinking that like if somebody's living up there, like they're not getting me. Like that's not happening. Like if I'm going to die, it's going to be from COVID and not that. Like
yeah. It's kind of like gives like boy in the freaking what the hell is it called?
Striped pajamas?
It's not boy in the walls. The boy
Oh,
where he's living in the walls.
Yes.
You know, that's
like,
what
I
makes
was like,
yeah.
No. And that's what made me like super like believe into the paranormal. And then I always just watched the shows and stuff. And then all of a sudden my aunt was like, do you want to go to Paracon? And I was like, sure. And then that's how I got into it.
Nice.
So now I work at Fort Mifflin on the Delaware. I don't know if you ever heard of Fort Mifflin before. It's in PA, right outside of Philadelphia.
I feel like I have, but I'm not sure, 100% sure.
It's like one of the top 10 haunted places in America.
Oh, then I probably have heard of it, and I just don't remember.
It's been on like every show, I pretty much, except like Ghost Adventures, which that's fine.
Totally fine. Absolutely
totally fine. I don't want him to come. Like I have zero desire.
We have no bad feelings. Except for every bad feeling.
Yeah, I think ghost hunters have been there like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So now
dope.
I work there as a paranormal tour guide. Kate, do you have any other experiences?
Shit.
Yeah, so I'm a paranormal tour guide and a historical tour
dope.
guide.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
No, my first paranormal experience outside of where we were was in my old house. I lived in, my old house was like built in the late 1700s. It was the oldest house in the area, oldest house in one of the towns in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. And Charles Lindbergh, the guy who flew across the Atlantic Ocean or whatever, who like killed his kid, lived there for a summer.
Yep.
And so there was like one of those, weird, creepy rock basements that no one wants to go down. So like I did not go down there. There was like one of those crawl spaces this big in between like where the rocks ended and the floor started. And I was like, yeah, we're solid. We're good. And one night I think I was in like the family room or something. And my brother was upstairs. My mom's asleep in her bedroom. My dad liked to fall asleep on the couch. And so like you'd hear him snore from like a mile away. So I knew he was sleeping, but I heard someone calling my name, like, Caity, Caity. And I was like, who the hell's calling, who's calling my name? So I'm like looking in the house. I'm like, I'm like going around my house, like, who the heck is calling my name? And I'm like, no, I was upstairs because I remember I walked down the stairs and I like walked down the stairs and I'm like, why is my name being called? And I'm like, walking. And then finally I get to like the bottom of the stairs. Now, mind you, this is like a decent sized house. So I have to like walk down a hallway, go down an entire like flight of stairs to get to the basement, like where the entrance of my house is. And like, I just turn my head and I hear it and I'm like, oh no, I'm good. Like my cat died on the stairs in those like in that basement, like, and was complete, like just super random, like 3-year-old cat just like goes down in the basement and then just like doesn't come back. Like goes missing. No. We don't mess with the basement.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I was
like, oh my gosh.
No, thank you. And it was like a voice. It was like a very specific voice too. I remember, and I was like, I looked and I was like, you would think most kids would decide like this is a great idea. Let's go in that basement. We're not those kids. And I'm like, I'm not this kid. And I like book it out of the like running upstairs, and everyone's like, Caity, what's wrong? I was like, did no one else hear that? I was like, I hate everything.
I remember we had one of those rock basements when I was a kid, and one of the many frickin' places that we moved all over the God's creation. And it was a dirt floor and rock sides, and I remember going down there, and then my dad was like, yeah, so supposedly the original owner buried his wife after she died of consumption down here or something like that. And I was like, okay, we're not staying down here.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You're like, I don't know what's in these walls. Like this house is literally I don't want to die at this point 250 years old. No, thank you.
Exactly. And then like a week later, he decides while we're watching a horror movie to crawl out of the basement with a mask on and scare the shit out of us. And then ever since then, I was like, I'm not even going through that fucking door.
Savage.
Oh my gosh.
10 out of
he did
10.
stuff like that to us all the time, though.
And then wonders why we turned out the way we are.
Exactly. And I've never. I think I was like in first or second grade. I was thinking it was first grade. First grade, I stopped trusting him was because he told me that we were going to WWF back when it was called WWF. We were going to Sunday Night Raw or something. I can't remember, but I remember him telling us that we were going to wrestling, and then I went around the whole neighborhood telling everybody. I was like, all the neighborhood kids, we're going to the wrestling, and they're like, oh, whatever. Oh, good for you. You're so lucky. And then my mom was baking cookies, and I was like, why are you baking cookies? We gotta go. And my mom's like, no, I'm baking cookies for you guys to watch wrestling. And my dad's like freaking just sitting in the living room, and I'm like, why are we not leaving? And my dad goes, you guys ready to go to WWF? And me and my brother are like, yeah. And he sits down in his recliner, leans back and turns the TV on. He goes, there you go. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Ever since then, I stopped trusting him.
Nothing.
Big sad.
So when he told me that this guy's buried his wife down there, I was just like, are you telling me the truth? It still scared me though. Regardless,
it's like Edgar probably buried on the property.
Edgar Allan Poe type shit. You see her like body under the floorboards. She's in the walls.
I would not have lived. I would have died of a heart attack at 10 years old.
Right. Been like, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Exactly. And then that is your home, and you're like, there's no place anywhere else.
Oh my goodness gracious. So Caity, what made you decide that you wanted to investigate? officially?
So it's kind of weird. Yes, Kelsey is the reason why I started, but like I was supposed to start investigating like a year prior to, but then like all this weird stuff kept like getting in the way of it. So it was just like obviously not the right time for me to start doing that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I've always been interested in it. And then actually, reverse. I remember what kind of made me. I started nursing school and I was taking care of helping take care of my boyfriend's grandmother. And she was staying with us about 2.5 weeks prior to when she passed away. And she was sick, but she was like in good spirits at that time. And so like she was laying in bed and she called us in and she asked, "Did you tell me that I was going to die in 2 weeks? Or did I dream that?" And me and Zach look at each other and we're like, neither of us told you that. But I like marked it in my head, like the exact day that she said this. And 2 weeks later to the day she died.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And I was like,
stuff like that is crazy. And something like,
I'm like, that's not explainable. And then like you hear about it and like, I mean, I've dealt with this before. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like the first time something like weird has happened, but like you hear the stories of like people be like, my cat's in the corner of the room, and then like 24 hours later they die. But then like the other thing is like sometimes if someone like I have dealt, death is part of our unfortunate life circle, whoop.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like always was very in tune with that kind of stuff. And so that just kind of like solidified where I was like, yep, okay, yep, got it.
And let me tell you something about my best friend here. She has huge lady balls because her first ever paranormal investigation was Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Ever.
Flashlight.
She knew nothing. Like, I'm telling you, all she did was hold the camera, but she experienced that firsthand.
Hold the camera.
My first paranormal investigation was where I work now, Fort Mifflin, but like, I can't believe she did that still to this day. Like, that was her first. Like, everybody's like, you have huge lady balls because this is like one of the scariest places in the United States of America. And here you are just raw dogging it.
Just like, and like every sound there is, you see me like running. Like, big sounds happen and you just see me like, oh, go look. And like everybody else is like freaking out. And I'm like, I'll go. Like, what do I have to lose? Just my life. It's okay. But that was a really cool investigation though, because there was a lot going on, and it was just like it was wild.
I would love to hear a story.
Well,
Sorry,
I just started rambling. I was like, look, I have a ghost stories book of Philadelphia, and then it has Fort Mifflin. This is the first time I'm opening this book. I got it at a thrift store.
What?
Yeah, and
First
I got it at a
opening?
thrift store. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? To distract it, nobody's watching, but I was like, start talking and yapping to myself. I started like looking through the book, and Fort Mifflin's in here where I work, and the book is so old that it doesn't have the roof on the picture.
Wow.
Like, there's a roof on this building now. It's the Commandant's house, and it got burnt. It burnt down in the 70s. When we Boy Scouts went in there to like, so the Boy Scouts rent the fort out to like camp for like money to keep the fort open, and they went in there because it was a really cold night, windy, and they set a fire in the old chimney, and it caught the whole place on fire and burnt down to the ground. So all that was left were the bricks. That was all that was left.
Oh my goodness.
And now it has we raised money and put a roof on it, but I was like, oh my god, like that's how old this book is. It doesn't have the roof on it, and that roof was put on in like 2006 or 7. So.
Recent.
But I was talking about the Screaming Lady. So our lovely fort, has a Screaming Lady that it was one of the wives of the commandant that she suffered from gastritis at the time, but they think that it's also because her kids died. And they either think that she's screaming because her kid died, she's like crying and wailing, or that she has gastritis, and back then they didn't treat gastritis, you just died from it. Like, it wasn't like a thing that they could treat. They didn't even know what it was back then. But you hear her very randomly. Like, she doesn't scream like every night at 2:00 in the morning. Like, it is random. And I didn't believe it until... Yes. I did not believe it. Like, the police know not to come to the fort when they hear the Screaming Lady. Like, the town police,
Oh,
Like, I
can
have
you
a friend that's
imagine
on
if
the town.
somebody was actually there screaming and the police are like,
Yeah,
that's just a
Oh,
screaming
that's a
lady.
big fear.
they
Yeah.
God
that
forbid
is a
something is
big fear.
actually happening.
They only come unless somebody calls 911 because they know.
Yeah.
And the screaming lady, like, I did not believe it. I was like, no, like, that's not a thing. Like, I don't believe it until I had to go. We closed the fort from like January to March. And I went there to check, like, we have to walk around to make sure there's no damage from like the snow. And especially this year, we got like 5 really big, like, or 3 big snowstorms. And so I'm walking through, like, through the snow. I'm like trudging through and by myself. And all of a sudden, I hear, it is like you would have thought somebody got in a car accident and they're watching somebody die. Like, you know that like horror movie, like,
Yeah.
like, what I'm telling you, thank God I was in a snowsuit. I dropped to the ground. I was like, oh my, and I'm inside the house. I got up so quick and said, and left. I called my manager and I said, yo, this screaming lady is no joke. And she said, oh, you met her? That's great. And I was like, that's great. That's great. It's not great. I just had, like, I think I'm 28 years old and I think I might have had a coronary. Like,
Oh,
like, it was, I've never experienced anything like that. And I've, like, had door slams on me before there. I've had, like, people respond back to me when I'm speaking, like, doing a tour, and none of the people on the tour have spoke, and somebody has spoke back to me. Like, I've had multiple, like, things like that happen.
We've gotten like knocks, like deliberate, like,
my managers
knocks.
had people to, like, somebody tell her to shut her music off because they're tired of hearing Hamilton, and she plays Hamilton all the time, and she's bored. They're tired of listening to it, so they tell her to shut up and turn it off. Like, it's like a normal thing. That was the scariest thing that ever happened to me. It was,
and
I'm still shocked. And it's a thing. It's in this book. The Screaming Lady is in this book.
And how long ago do you think that was written?
2001. Yeah, this was written in 2001.
Nice.
The fort's been open since 1773.
Yeah.
So, if you're ever in Philly and you want to come see the fort.
Well, I'm gonna be pretty close to Philly in May.
Oh, you're gonna be at Paracon?
Yeah, Doug.
We're gonna be at Paracon.
Oh, well,
Like big Paracon?
Yeah.
Yeah, at
The
the
big
Penhurst.
dog. That's fun.
Penhurst.
Yeah, I was supposed to go last year, and I was supposed to go the year before. And then I was talking to, because I'm friends with a bunch of true crime podcasters,
Okay.
and they're doing a crime con in Vegas. And I was like, I've never been to Vegas. So I was going to go out to Vegas in May to meet them. And then my friend Emily's like, you're not going to Penhurst? There's going to be like indie horror film guys here and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, well, then I'm going there. Because I'm in the middle of creating a indie horror film, so like, why not network with somebody that's gonna benefit me than to go to Vegas? Because I'm gonna have more opportunities to do like crime con stuff anyway.
I know, like, the Bentons, they do, like, have you, like, Matt and Helena, or have you ever met them before?
I feel like somebody has mentioned them before to me before.
They make really good indie horror stuff. I've loved them. They're going to be a pair. Like, I got you. We'll meet up and I'll introduce you to some peeps.
Can you give me like a title that I could possibly watch right now?
Let me just get it. Yeah, get it up for you. I'm going on in there. I don't know it off the top of my head.
I literally just learned about Grave Encounters like the other day.
Nice.
And that was like 2011. I was like, why am I just now finding out about this movie?
Evil Unearthed. It's on Amazon Prime.
Evil on Earth.
Unearthed.
It's
like Evil Unearthed. If you follow Real Matt Benton on Instagram, he's great.
Okay.
So yeah, he has a great. I love that film. I met them at the Warren Paracon, and I love that. Like, their film is really good, really good. Highly recommend.
Dope. I like it. Well, now I'm even more excited.
Yes, yeah, we'll be there. We'll probably be there all 3 days. We got the VIP or whatever, so we're doing like the Friday night.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh.
This is like
R.I.P.
This is my third time. This is her second time going. Because we live like 40 minutes from Penhurst.
Right. So,
So
I mean, if I lived that close, I'd be there all the time.
yeah, I did a private there. She has not done a private there yet.
No.
They do.
No.
They do when they do the Paracon. They do a hunt or an investigation on Saturday nights.
Yes,
right?
Saturday
It's
night.
Friday and Saturday night you can do the investigation, I think. It's like whatever more money than I'm willing to spend.
Yeah.
But
I would honestly, if
Oh.
you're gonna do it, I would come down here and do a private. Just because so much noise, you're not going to be able to like. There's so
Yeah,
the
many.
night
gotcha.
one would be fine if you did
The
the
night one
private
would
one
be
with all the
fine.
celebrity. Much love to you people. Paranormal investigators. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Take that out.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I don't throw shade. I just don't want. I'm not into like I do the things.
I tell
if
her
you
who
ask
we
me
like and we
anything,
don't like.
I have no idea. I'm like,
I'm
great,
like, we like
sure.
these people.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Yeah, no, I don't pay
I
attention
like my dog.
either.
Like that's all
The
I
only-
got.
Yeah. The only
Do
one
you
that
watch any of those guys?
no. The only one that I've noticed has been Rochelle Stratton.
I like her.
And she's really nice. And
Yeah.
she made a video for me for the podcast that I play at the beginning of a lot of
nice.
my episodes. So that
Love
was
that.
nice of her. But yeah, other than that, I don't really pay attention to a lot of like the paranormal investigation shows. I'd rather watch my friends that post videos
Right.
on YouTube do it than anything
Yeah.
else.
Well,
I've gotten more into that. Like I was big into like Ask Kate. Like I still like nerd out when I see like Project Fear and like all those because like that's where I like got my lore.
That's different.
That's like the start of my lore for this. But
It's
like
Yeah.
different.
like I like Kelsey Davies just because we have the same name. Like I'm just like that type of person.
We had one last year.
We did. She's the one with the doll.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure.
See, like,
We
but
met
that's
her.
as much as I kind of keep up with my friends more now because I've networked so well into the paranormal that like I have friends that I actually like to watch more than I like do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting when you get into this stuff, the community that you find, and then you're like your friends that you've been friends with for years are like, "What are you up to?" And you tell them, they're like, "Why are you doing that?" I was like, "'Cause I fucking like it."
Every day of my life.
And now I have a bunch of other people that also like to do it, and you don't have to talk to me anymore. How about that?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm
My
like,
friends-
I talk to dead people.
Ask Kate, my friends, they come at my neck sometimes. They do, and it's
Do
fine.
they
because I can-
really?
But it's not.
Well,
like
they're
that,
fine.
like,
It's just how they are.
joking.
We love
like,
them.
Like I come at their neck for stuff that they're liking, and I don't. Like it's just it's a
Oh,
normal.
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you're from Philly, like you get it. Like we are very
We ball bust.
we
For
ball
fun.
bust very, and they ball bust me for this. So they're like, anytime they'll hear something, they're like, "Oh my god, Kelsey, is that a ghost?" And I'm like,
Probably.
or we'll be at the bar and Ghostbusters will play, and they all just go like this and just point at me, and I'm like,
Oh my
So,
god.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
I think that's like written into male DNA too, not just, well, you know what I mean? Like, cause
Yeah.
all my buddies, we all do shit like that too. So I don't know, but fucking hey, there's a ghost.
They do that all the time. Or they'll be like, "Oh, Kelsey's going ghost hunting again. We won't see her for 3 days." Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, I will. I have a life."
Yeah. If you don't see me for 3 days, maybe you should be concerned.
Yes, like if I don't come back from this trip, that's when you need to worry.
Yeah.
Relative. Well, that's like, so wait, what was I thinking? When you were talking about Fort Mifflin, and you were like, yeah, the screaming lady, right? I'm sitting there going like, do you know that you could just pull a Michael Myers and go to Fort Mifflin, chase after someone, it could be a screaming lady, and then people are going to be like, oh,
Get
it's
away
just
with
a
it,
screaming
and
lady.
then throw them
Cops
in the
don't show
Delaware
up.
River.
And then throw them in the river over the dang bridge, over the wall, and
Yeah,
goodbye.
dude.
Like
Yeah.
nothing ever happened. Done. Perfect murder.
No,
No, I will not do that. Thank you so much.
We actually, it happens like bones wash up on the shores so often that we have
What?
Yes,
That's a thing there.
wash up on our shores
That's like-
so often that we have a bucket of bones that sits in the second floor of our one building.
Is it human bones?
Yeah, but they're like,
Sometimes.
so it's so bad that we had the coroner come and show us what's a new bone and what's an old bone. And he's like, if
Oh
it looks
my
like
gosh.
this, call me. If it looks like this, don't call me.
Oh
We don't want to
my
deal with that one.
goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
That's crazy.
Welcome to
isn't it?
Philadelphia.
That's some Philly
is-
lore.
Always
That's
sunny
the-
in Philadelphia.
Yeah, so we literally have a bucket
Hey,
of like
man.
random bones. Like we don't know if they're like animal. Like most of them, you can tell when they're human.
Yes. I feel like you
Unless you're the person that was trying to be the coroner at the Ridley Creek State Park throwing shade right now, and it was a deer.
Yeah, it was
Love
definitely
you.
a deer.
What? Tell
Yeah,
me.
it was just like a weird thing that happened. So a couple weeks ago, there was like a dead body that showed up in like one of the state parks by us, and it ended up the coroner came out, thought it was a person, and it ended up being a deer carcass. How?
How do you
The
confuse
world
that?
will never know. I don't know, but that
Unless
was the
somebody,
thing. So I was
took
like,
the body and then put a deer there, like
hey, let me swap you out, boy.
That's some mafia shit. Like they just took the body and
Like,
just put the deer. And they're
That
like,
is
I don't know
some-
what you're talking about. That's a deer. Like
Oh god, this is literally like Dumb and Dumber podcast.
it is.
Hello.
I'm sorry. But this is how our investigations go. Like I've noticed that like the more fun you have on an investigation and the more like singing and like jokes and the more like laughing you have, the more activity you have. The more positive positive energy you put out into the world, like into an investigation, the better outcomes we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely come into. We definitely come into like contact with low vibrational things and different things like that. But like, we're just like, yeah, like we're not messing with you, my boy or lady, but whatever. But like, we're here for a good time, not a long time. You know, that's how we live our lives, and that's how we are here on this earth. And so, like, if you want to have a good time, then we're going to.
We're gonna
Like, it's a party. Like I do a lot of the time before like an investigation. I know that's like the dude who like plays music for ghosts and stuff. Like, I will play music in an investigation, but that's because like it puts me in the right headspace. So then I was like,
Yeah.
well, maybe it'll put them in the right headspace. Like, I'll literally play like the Rolling Stones. Now, mind you, I listen to like death metal before I investigate, but I play nice, classic rock for the spirits.
We'll play some Creed with arms wide open. Like
Yeah,
we'll just be
like,
like,
literally. And then, or like the other day, we were at we were with our friend from the Ghoul for Alan, Morgan Feza, and we were at this location called Linville Manor in Maryland, and we were literally jamming out to like the Backstreet Boys, like
yeah,
3-part,
video
like
is on
video is-
our TikTok and
Check it out.
Instagram.
And there's literally a point where like our other friend was coming to meet us, but like I have her location, so like I'm watching and we're singing, we're jumping around, we're like full send, like, and then we're like all of a sudden we hear like this like really audible knocking, and we literally are like, is that our friend who's supposed to be here? And I was like, I mean, she's like close, but I don't know, like let me check her location. And like I look at her location and she's like 10 minutes away still, and like we literally cannot explain where the knocking came from. It was really fun, but like they were into it. It
louder
was a
than
party
the
vibe.
music?
It was louder than the
It
music.
was loud, like
And
it was
then
audible.
That same night,
And it's
they
on video.
the same night that at this manor it's like a smaller low key, like it's not a big it's haunted as heck.
Oh, it's
But,
so
like
so
it's
fun.
very, very haunted, and it will be so much bigger once people start to find out about it, but it's like a low key. It's on Airbnb. You know who was Sam and Colby did a video there, and I happened to just watch one of their videos and I saw it and I was like, that's like an hour from my house. Like and we ended up renting the Airbnb. It's literally on Airbnb and you get the whole place.
Is that
It's
the
like a
episode where they did a bunch of Airbnbs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at Linville Manor, so that's where we stayed, and it was one of the craziest nights. Like and then the moods shifted. So like the second after we so we did a toast, like how they did. If you watch the video, they did a toast. So I'm the historian of the group. Like they don't like to know anything going into a place.
You toast at 2 a.m.
Yeah. I'm the nerd that likes to get all the history. So I have a list of history and things to trigger objects, all that stuff. So I'm
Nope.
like, guys, we got to get champagne and we're going to do a toast at 2 a.m. to like the house, to the people that own the house. And mind you, we found out that day that it's like the anniversary of like somebody dying in the house that we were staying there at 2 a.m. They died at the house. Like it was like something like that nature. So it ended up being that we were there on the anniversary. So we made a toast to the owners of the house. All of a sudden, we all go, we pop the bottle, we do cheers, and we go, woo! And then 3 seconds later, you hear, woo! Audibly on 3 different cameras and my voice recorder.
Wow.
And then like 0.2 seconds later, it goes like dark, like creepy dark. Like the energy went from like, hey, we're in a 1950s party to like, or 1920s, whatever it was, and like to like slave era, like just very different. Like I have this thing that I made, and it's like based off of like a Frank box, if that makes sense, and it's like a portal. So like we made it, and I literally made it for this investigation. So like we played it the whole time. We have it running like the whole time, and it gives you responses like a spirit box does, but in real time, and it takes away like a lot of like the white noise and stuff like that. So sorry, as I shuffle tarot cards and they run away from me. So it like does it's like you hear like a different voice. So like all of a sudden we start hearing like the responses coming in, like before it was like a lady and it was happy. It was like a southern drawl. Like it was like, hi y'all. And it was like very different like voices coming through.
Like you could tell the responses were uneducated. Like you could tell that like it was like a switch in the atmosphere.
Yeah. It was like,
mind you, this place is like, we were kept talking about it as like the upside down. So like imagine like we're walking into their house and it looks like how we see it now, but the way that the activity was happening, it was like they were having a party on the upside down. Like this house was known for parties, like big extravagant like Gatsby like parties, and it had a ballroom and like, so mind you, like all of the responses and the activity we were getting all through the night was, they have a speakeasy in the basement, like it was very big into parties. So like you can tell the atmosphere went like this. It went like down the toilet. It was like the craziest thing that like we've ever experienced. Like it was just a whole 180. Like all the spirits that we were talking to left, and then like the door opened and all of the like bad negative spirits came in.
I don't think it was negative. It wasn't necessarily negative. It was just like definitely a darker time in the location, if that makes sense. So like you're thinking back to like slavery and different things like that, like separation of families and that kind of stuff. And like it was very prevalent that like the spirits wouldn't leave because they couldn't, because like their family, like they weren't whole, if that makes sense. Like
crossover.
Because we kept like being like, you don't have to be here. Like, I'm not trying to make anybody cross or do anything like that. Like, that's not my ML. Like, but if you're unhappy, like in the afterlife, I'm like, you're not stuck here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have the ability to move on if you want. Now, I don't know like where it all stands or where your baggage is or that kind of stuff. So like, I get it. But if you want help, like, we can try to help you if you like, if you want us to, when we're with other people. And so like, they were just like, no, we can't, basically. And it was just kind of like, okay, but you could just like feel that they were like stuck there. And like, it was just like not as like, something about it was like definitely not the same. And like, I want to help those friends.
I think that's one of my biggest fears for when I die is being
like
stuck
unfinished
somewhere.
Business.
Yeah.
Like some unfinished. I know. And like me and Kate, like we're known as like when we go see mediums, like when we're both open about this, when we go see mediums, we've had a lot of death in both of our lives, like immediate family that has died. And like we don't typically go to gallery readings because of this. We stopped.
It's like selfish.
It's selfish because like we have so much, and our family members are very vocal when we go to gallery readings, that like they're pinging. Like we sat in the back. Like we went to a gallery reading with Cindy Kaza and Scotty the Medium. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was at this Chanley Hotel, and this is like one of the first gallery readings that me and her have ever done. and we sat in the back, all the way in the back, didn't say a word. And we were like kind of afraid to raise our hands because like we weren't 100% sure if this was our family members or not. And when I'm telling you, it was one after another after another
Literally
after
goes,
another.
I'm getting a J name. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, I'm getting another J name. And we're like, my dude. And we're just sitting there. And like, we keep listening. And then we're both like, and then,
Because
the
mind
next
you,
one
we
comes out.
both have lost somebody named John.
Yeah. And it was literally John
There's
and John.
two,
Like, that's literally
and
what she
they're
said.
best
She was like, I'm getting John. And then I'm getting like another James. But then she was like, maybe another John. And we both were just like, okay. And she at one point literally looks at us and is like, she says it to me and then looks over to you and is like, you too. And she's like, you need to figure out whoever, like, whatever's going on with you, because like you have a plethora of people that keep trying to like bang on your head. Like they're like lists. They're like, hello. And I'm like, yeah, I know they're there. And she's like, figure out how to connect with them. And I was like,
we have a posse.
We'll get there one day. Like, that's a thing. That's a thing.
We'll get there one day.
Get there one
and it's
day.
like,
but it was like weird because it was to the point where like they're like, I'm getting a Peter, and then it's like, I think their wife's name is Patty, and I'm like, okay, like let's not say we did, because I'm like, this is now the fourth person that's decided to come through that we're just like, goodbye, go home.
So yeah, we
So
have a lot
what's the purpose of? So are you afraid to receive
for me?
messages? Yeah, for you.
It's one of those things where like right now, like it keeps getting stronger and stronger. I definitely like notice it, and Kelsey's definitely noticed it too. I feel like I'll get stuff all the time, and like over the last 2 years of doing this, like it's definitely gotten, or year and a half, whatever, it's definitely gotten like very prominent. But like I'm like, I gotta finish what I'm doing, which is like finish nursing school and all that kind of stuff. And like every day it gets like more intense, if that makes sense. And like you get the weird ear ringing and the weird like random signs
deja
and like the things where
like,
you're looking at it, the deja vu and the dream, like it's there, but like I don't know. I feel like everybody has an ability, right? Like we all have the ability to tap in if you want to, and like people give you messages all the time. It's just a matter of like, do you know how to pay attention to the signs of the message, or are you just like ignoring it? And I ignored it for years and years and years. And now, like, it's definitely more prominent. Like, unfortunately, this is a thing I did with my boyfriend because he won't investigate. He's a skeptic. He's, like, totally against all this. And he was willing to go with me for, like, we had, like, a little couples vacation, like, last weekend. And I went somewhere. And, like, before I went, I got this, like, wild dream. And, like, I haven't even talked to Kelsey about this, but we just haven't really gotten a chance this week. And, like, it was to the point where like something came up behind me. I knew exactly what it was, and I was like, a girl was under Estes, and I like pulled her out, and I was like, dude, she needs out now. Like we are no longer safe. Like you know what I mean? Like what's here right now is going for like low vibrational energy. Like this is not. I was like, this is what I saw in my dream, and like I yanked her out of Estes so fast. You just hear me screaming in the background. Like I'm literally like verbally like, stop. No. And like then I'm like pull her out of Estes, and then all of a sudden she just starts bawling her eyes out. She's like, I don't know what that was. And I was like, okay, we're going outside, we're grounding, like we're doing this, like this is not okay, you know what I mean? And like I don't know, the intuition's there. It's just a matter of like actually doing something with it.
I tend to get my messages in my dreams too, like you know what happened with the bridge, that whole so I find this is still crazy to this day what happened. You know the bridge that collapsed in like right outside of Baltimore, or like in Baltimore? I don't know if you heard about that, like last
Francis
year.
Scott Key.
Yes.
Yeah, so the big bridge that collapsed.
I drove over that bridge 2 hours before it collapsed. Coming home from South Carolina. And
Damn.
yeah, and I sleepwalk. I've sleptwalked since I was a kid. Like since I could walk, I sleptwalk. Yeah,
really?
Badly. Yes, badly. To the point where like when I was a kid, my dad had to get rid of his alarm system because of how bad I sleepwalk. Like the police like was like, you need to like get rid of this because we keep coming to the house because of your daughter, like we're gonna start charging you. Like and like I don't leave the house anymore. It's like my safety is fine. Like I'm old enough to where like I don't like I've known that I don't leave the house. But so what happened was I drove over the bridge. I come home, I go to sleep like any normal human being does. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, that bridge that we just drove over, like, collapsed. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm at work and I'm like talking to my coworkers. I'm like, I literally drove over that bridge like 2 or 3 hours before it collapsed. Like, that's crazy. Like, what the heck? And then I come home and I'm sitting at the dinner table and I'm talking to my aunt next to me and I'm telling her about it. And she goes, so, are you okay? And I'm like, why? And she's like, so last night, like, I came out, I heard you, like, I'm not a crier. Like, I am not a crier. Like, if you see me crying, something's actually wrong.
Yeah.
I was out in the hallway sobbing, standing there sobbing to the point where she could hear me. It woke her up. Through her CPAP. She comes out and she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have a bad feeling something is going to happen. I don't know what it is. Something bad is going to happen. And I can't, like, I just have this horrible feeling that something bad is going to happen. And this has happened to me one other time. And it was when my mom passed away. So I went to bed. She put me into bed. She literally was like, you need to go to bed. Like, she literally put me to bed. I'm 27 years old. She put me to bed. And I wake up and I'm like, I'm looking at her and I'm like, what time was this? And she goes, 1 o'clock in the morning. So here I go, looking on that, it collapsed at 1 o'clock in the morning.
What the hell?
Like, when I'm telling you, like, I was like full on like shaking. Like, I don't remember this. I do not remember this. My aunt was like,
call.
Yeah, I call Kate and I'm like,
instantaneously, like, what the? I was like, okay.
I'm like, and our friend Morgan, she's like a semi-medium. Like, I called her and she goes, that's a sign, Kels. Like, that's like,
Yeah,
this is not
for
the first
sure.
time this has happened to you. You've gotten signs before. This is a legit sign. It comes to you in your dreams. And it's like, ever since then, I pay so much closer attention to my dreams that I'm like writing them down because I'm like so freaked out that like something's gonna happen. Like,
Oh
but
my
yeah,
goodness.
that's crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. I have a similar story, but not to that, like, not dangerous or anything like that. It's just I had a dream that I used to do utility tree work, so we'd trim around power lines and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was coming down out of the bucket and I secured it and I jumped out of it. And I turned around and I looked back and there was a bunch of other trucks behind me. So we were all like trimming trees together in a line. And then I woke up and we were living in Massachusetts at the time. And I was like, I'm not going back to doing that shitty job. Fuck that job.
Yes.
And then like, maybe 6 months later, I was back at that job and I was coming down from the bucket and I jumped out. And I turned around and looked back at 3 other trucks, and I had just like this epiphany.
A deja
like,
vu.
I was like, "Whoa!"
That's worse. That's
yeah, and like it was like all looked exactly the same, the curvature of the road and everything. And I was just like, and then I remembered that dream, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up!"
You get that like your spine wants to like curl up. That
Yeah.
deja
The
vu
glitch.
feeling where
It's
you're
the
like,
glitch in the Matrix all of a sudden that comes
And you're
through,
like-
and I'm like, I've been
Like-
here before. I'm
like
like,
all of a sudden I think of that meme where it's like that girl with the black shirt and it's like all blurry and she's like, that's how I feel anytime I have that. I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going
it's a
on.
wild feeling.
I'm like, the robots, the program is broken right now. They're upgrading it. They're updating it right now. So
Like,
that's why I'm seeing
you're already
it.
here.
Sorry, I needed to fix my life here. I was my glasses were pressing into my ears.
Oh my god, I
Nerd
hate
life.
that when that happens. I wear glasses sometimes just for like the blue lens because I look at screens so much. I can freaking feel it because of the headphones pressing in the side of my head. That's freaking the worst thing. And then you feel when you go to adjust, you feel like the indent in the side of your face. Oh my god. And then it like feels like a bruise for a little bit too.
And you're like I gotta lay off the earphones or something.
Yeah.
Or like, do I need smaller ears? Like, what's going on? Like, okay, Dumbo. Like,
hey, Dumbo. My gosh. So, where are you guys headed to next for an investigation? Like, what's the very next one?
I feel it would be the Fort Mifflin investigation, most likely.
No, it's not. It's Pennypack.
Pennypack. Yes. Tell him about Pennypack.
Oh, yes, please tell me.
The background that I have up actually is from Pennypack. It's just like an old school. Well, it's a school that was like from I think it closed in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken, in the town that I live in. And so there's a local group that I've been investigating with for a while, and Kelsey recently has joined me on those investigations. They're called Linked Souls Paranormal, and love them. So I went to one of their investigations because that's literally in walking distance of my house. And so now once a month we get to do an investigation there. And like, it's really interesting because we will investigate throughout the town. And so it's in Hatboro, PA. So Hatboro is like known to literally make hats. That's why it was called Hatboro in like, I think it was one of the wars, Revolutionary War? I don't remember. It was a war. It's an old town. And
one of the wars.
One of the big ones. I should probably look that up. But Kelsey, be my person. Look that up for me. Let's find out what word it's from. Sorry. And so, so there's like all kinds of stuff around here. So right, so like we'll investigate like different places, and then we'll have like spirits will come into different locations with us sometimes. But there's like there's a little girl that's there.
Revolutionary War.
Revolution. Oh, look at me! I just go right.
The Battle of the.
I know, I'm like historian over here.
Yeah, George Washington and his troops passed through the area.
Yeah, it's like really like this is an old town kind of deal, and so we investigate there once a month. And there's like a little girl, Kathy, that sometimes comes to visit us, and she passed away like right near the school. She was walking home from a friend's house, and she ended up getting hit by a car on one of the main roads, which is sad. But she was like she was like 8 or 9 or something like that. And she'll come by and sometimes say hi. And it's an interesting place. I've seen like full operations there, and like we always get something different. And every time we kind of get to like bring new equipment in, it's like more and more interesting because we get different stuff every time. And it's like just an old school. But it's like, that's the thing. Like, you can go to like these places. Like, you can go to Trans-Allegheny. Super rad. Don't get me wrong. But like, you can go to like a school in your backyard and you have no idea what's around. Like, Mr. Ed is literally the janitor. He passed away. And like, he's there all the time. And the first time I was there, I literally heard like, you know, those like, when you're in school, you know, those like really hard light switches that you have to like push up and they make like that click sound. So I was in the end of the hallway and I was like just doing my thing. And I literally hear like the switch click up and down. And then I hear like keys, like keys jingling. And Jess and Jim actually bought a set of like keys for Mr. Ed that we would like bring to the investigations and like put it out as like a trigger object for him. And I'm pretty sure we lost the keys. Like,
they're gone. Lose the keys.
Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if we found them, but like at one point we could not find the keys. So like the keys are somewhere. Mr. Ed has them. Or like, it's just like those types of things. Like that's the kind of stuff that's really fun to me. It's like, going to an investigation that's not. Yeah. And there's like an old building that was built in the late 1700s. It actually reminds me of my old house. Like literally reminds me of my old house. And like, we ran an investigation there with Linked Souls, and like we had 30 people in that house. Mind you, far too many human beings to be in that home. But it was like a really good time, and like it was fun because like my big thing and our big thing is like we want investigating to be open to anybody who wants to do it. And like again, we're here for a good time, not a long time kind of deal. Like whatever happens in life happens in life. But like if I died tomorrow, I'm sad. Like I'm good with work. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And so like when we investigate like we're here to have a party, you know? I mean, if you want help, like, we will often be in an investigation and, like, they'll say, like, nurse, help, like, I'm hurt. And we'll literally be like, hey, like, we work in healthcare. Like, what is it that you need help with? Like, can we help you? Like, are you hurt? Like, are you sick? And, like, we've had spirits that, like, come to us because they're hurt or they need, like, assistance or something like that. And so it's, like, really, that's always been interesting to me. But running an investigation like that, like, we just kind of like put equipment out and then just like let people do their thing. And like, it's really fun to watch people like get like that, newbies, you know, like get that experience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I know what that feels like. I'm like, the first time you hear something come through and it just like perfectly clicks. And then you get it validated by another piece of equipment or like another thing. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, But those locations do that for people,
Mhm.
and I love that.
We like to make it available for people that don't really know, like the general public who's interested. That, like, you know how many like moms and grandmothers that we had show up to this? Like, these people are like in their 50s, 60s, like they're been interested in it their whole life, but now they felt like they wanted to come out and learn from us, and like
Mhm.
that's
There's obviously
what,
a reason.
right. But like that's what makes us want to do this, is like help people learn and love what we love. Like, love the things that we love to do. Like, we showing them what we do and why we love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been on maybe three. Yeah, I've been on 3 investigations. One of them was in Miami, Florida, with 305 Paranormal,
Okay.
and that was the very first one I've ever been on. And so they were teaching me things, and they
Okay.
had like a whole bunch of people come, and they bought tickets and everything, and they showed them equipment and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and it was really cool to see them like do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it's everywhere. It's way more popular than a lot of people think. And like there's like this comedian, I don't know his freaking name, but I come across his TikTok
Right.
videos
Matt
every
Rife?
once in a great while. No. He's
Not the big guy.
he's tattooed all over the place. He's got tattoos all over his face and shit.
Oh, I know who you're talking. I just can't remember his name off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
like he would be like, if he didn't have tattoos, and if he wasn't covered in tattoos, you would think like he was a very preppy fucking kind of a guy.
Yeah.
But anyways, he talks about how his mom is he's like, my mom is a professional ghost hunter.
Yes.
And he
Yes.
goes,
Oh my god.
but,
What?
but don't get confused, she doesn't get paid for it. And stuff. And like I come across those because he's got a few of them where he talks about his mom being a ghost hunter, and it's funny, but at the same time, like it's interesting because there is a lot of, I feel like, from my experience or from people that I know and have talked to, I feel like it is a lot of older women that tend to find interest in this and actually go and do it as a hobby, which
Yeah. Like, that's how we started.
which is pretty cool. Anyway, I mean, yeah, but you're not like older women. You're just
Right.
regular
That is
young
true.
women.
I'm in my old age currently. Thank you so much.
You know you
My
don't.
old 28-year-old.
My old. No. Hey man, I turned 30. It's the year of the death. Okay.
It doesn't start going downhill until 35.
Right?
30 took a sharp whoop.
Did it?
Right.
No, not really. It's been fun. I'm
start
like,
feeling
I made it.
You just start feeling more pains. Like,
Yeah.
it hurts to get up off the floor.
When I
My knees crack more.
when I was 30, I went to get some beer, and some lady tried telling me I looked like I was in high school. I was like, "You're just
I
trying
love that
to
about
get
my life.
brownie points."
No, the other day I get carded so hard nowadays. I'm like, I used to like not get carded at all, and then I turned like 30, and I literally get carded more than I got carded in like my early 20s.
The only time I
and
don't
find
get
it
carded
hilarious.
is when I'm in scrubs. When I'm in scrubs, I don't get carded.
Yeah. Yeah, when
That's
I'm
a
in
hack. I'm sorry,
I tell
guys.
people-
Don't go and do that.
Yeah, no. Excuse you. We are not condoning underage drinking. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm like
Yeah.
this.
Or
No. I love it
Um,
though. I always find
when
that funny.
Do you have an investigation coming up? Or except like Paracon?
no, just Paracon.
Oh, you can
is
investigate with us.
the only thing.
Yes.
All right, that sounds
At
good.
Paracon. We
I
do bring equipment with us.
We
normally.
bring equipment.
We
Okay,
have like our
'cause
bell and whatnot there.
my cousin and I want to start doing investigations and like making little videos
Okay.
for YouTube and stuff, and
Yeah.
for like my Patreon members and
Yeah.
all that. But
And
we
where
just
are you
haven't done
located?
it yet.
You're in Maine?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think. There is a couple like locations in Maine.
Oh,
Like
there's
maybe
a
I
ton.
can do the one
Yeah.
place.
There's a ton. There's
Yeah.
there's one that's 20 minutes away from me. It's the Kennybunk Inn, and they have like
Oh,
3 ghosts, I
yes.
guess. So, and it's like
Okay.
literally right there. But I reached out to them one time just to ask about it, and they never
Mhm.
emailed me back. So I was like, well, maybe it's because they think that I want to try and investigate for free, which
No.
isn't the case. Like, obviously, I'd rent the
You'd
haunted
rent
room, which is always room 17 for some reason. Unless you got higher numbers, then it's like 2 something. It's like
Yeah.
214 or 2 something or whatever. It's always the second,
And numbers
third
for the
floor.
win.
Yeah.
Prime numbers.
So
And then after Pennypack, I think it's the Fort, and then we have Paracon, and then we have
Grand Midway.
Grand Midway.
And whatever comes in
Grand
between that.
Midway.
I've
Okay.
never been to Grand Midway.
You would actually really love that place, and the guy that runs it is super, super cool.
This will be my first time.
So Grand Midway Hotel is in East Bumble of Pennsylvania somewhere.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm trying to think of the guy's name. So, nice gentleman. He got it's like an old mining town. So he literally like came across this building when he was looking up some, I don't know what he was doing, why he was doing it, but he was looking up a place to stay or whatever. And he found this building for like $5,000, like some dumb number. It was like stupid cheap.
Damn.
And he's turned this place into like each room is like a different theme. So like originally it was like him and like a couple guys that lived there, and like weird stuff just kept happening. So he had like a couple roommates, and it was almost like they would like compare notes. You know, like they'd be like, "Did you like? Has this ever happened to you? Like, has this ever happened to you? Like, have you ever noticed this happen?" And like all these weird things just kept happening. But he just keeps adding to the place. So he's not bringing in like haunted objects per se, but he actually is in a sense. Like he's got all this stuff from like, I'm trying to think of the woman's name. She has like these gold shoes, and I can't think of. I'm not a history person, so I'm not good with this stuff. But like she has all this stuff, and it was like I think they're from like New Orleans or something. And he's got all these like pieces from like her collection, and then like he's got all these like different things in every room. So there's like a mermaid room, there's the werewolf room, there's the demon room, and then there's like the vampire room, and there's literally 2 coffins that you can like sleep in if you want to. And you can either like rent the whole house or just go there and like rent like part of it or whatever, like however they do it. And then occasionally they run like investigations and stuff. And the dude is just super nice. And it's just such a cool location. We were in I was in the vampire room with a friend of mine, and I like pull my phone out and like take a couple pictures, and we had equipment going off and like all this stuff, and it goes dead silent. No pun intended, but like dead silent. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I pissed off a ghost. Like pissed off the ghost. Like it was so mad. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But like on the pictures, I think I pissed it off because I think I caught it. And like it would not talk until my phone went in my pocket and I buttoned it. Like no equipment will go back off. And I'm talking like the equipment was like beep, 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 beep. Camera.
Nothing.
Like it was like it was so mad.
Gosh, that's crazy. That's fucking hilarious. It's really interesting how because the 3 investigations I've been on, like it does happen like where it's like super active and then it's just like silent for a good minute. But like with your situation, obviously it does seem like that you're like you got the picture and they're like,
yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Me?
Yeah, we tend to, like, especially at Paracon, we tend to draw a crowd. Like
Really?
a lot of people that go to Paracon are like normal people that are interested in paranormal. So like it's where they learn. Like I was that person when my first Paracon, I did never investigated before. Like that was my first time. So like this was me back when I first started, and these people come to Paracon, like it's packed. Like it is a big convention. Like when I'm telling you, like it was so hot last year, people were like passing out. Like it's packed there.
Not us having to help with the medical situation.
We've helped multiple times with medical situations. Like, so like bring a backpack with stuff all day. Like they have like food trucks and stuff, but like bring water, come prepared to spend your whole day there because that's what you're going to just spend your whole day. And we draw crowds. Like we will start investigating, and like all the buildings are open. for you to go in and investigate. So like we'll find a spot and we'll just start investigating.
Most buildings are open, and some buildings are only open to VIP or
like whatever,
and some buildings are only open to RIP.
Oh, I gotcha. Is your door breathing behind you?
Probably.
I feel like it's kind of like opening and then not.
Was it like this? Like.
Yeah, kind of. It was like it looked like it there was like more of a darkness in the gap, and then it would go away, and I was like, huh.
One day we were sleeping in Kelsey's room, and we decided it would be a great idea to turn on like my dead bell, which is like I don't know if you've ever seen the dead bell. It's like the magnetometer that has the bell, and it can either be triggered or like whatever magnetic field gets broken. And so we're sleeping, and the bell goes off. So it goes off 4 times throughout the night, and we leave it on the whole night. And the first time it goes off, you see Kelsey go, Caity!
And I was like, sleep right here. Like, you go to your boyfriend's house and you sleep there. I have to sleep in the bedroom every
We've
night.
literally investigated that house, and Uncle John was upstairs in my room at the time because I lived there and I still slept there at that point, and he's literally strumming his freaking guitar, and it's like on an SLS camera, and it is like deliberately strumming a guitar. Like you can see his fingers moving, and you can see him strumming the guitar. He's sitting on his it's literally he's sitting on his stool. I can see his one leg up on the bar. Like there's no way it's not him strumming a guitar. And like I'm like, hi, Uncle John. And then he's like, would literally not talk to anyone else but us. Like equipment would not go off unless it was like me or her, like us alone in the place, or us being the ones that are like coming up and asking a question. And it was literally, I'm like, I sleep on that pillow, sir.
Mind you,
it's like sleep on my pillow, and I'm like, thank you. Thank you for trying to give me pink eye.
Mind you, this man did not like kids. We were the only 2 kids that he actually liked. But he would mess, like, the way you know Uncle John likes you is he messed with you, played pranks,
throws ice cubes at your face,
into the pool. Like we had a pool outside, and he would like throw ice cubes into the pool to try to like get us, like, as kids, to like freak out that he's putting ice in the pool. Like it was like stupid little things. Like when I was really young, he'd like hold me by my ankles, like stuff. Like it was just like him messing with us. So like he started playing pranks with us the whole night. Like he was like setting off equipment, and then we would like notice it and he would stop, and it was only with us. And mind you, we spread his ashes. Like he loved the tulip bulbs in our front of our house, right? And my aunt, when he passed, we spread his ashes into the tulip beds out front of our house. And we're spreading, like, we did this whole day, like, on his anniversary of his death, like, spreading his ashes. And it was not windy this day. It was a still spring day, April, no wind. My aunt spreads the ashes, her mom spreads the ashes, and then she hands it to me. I go to spread the ashes, which I'm already floored because I don't want to do it. And I'm spreading the ashes. The wind blows. It blows me and then right onto Kate.
You literally hear me go,
she's like, it's in my mouth. Like it was comical. Like honestly, I wish we got it on video. And we were like, and I'm over here like, fuck you, Uncle John. Like you're
like,
an
asshole.
You're an asshole for that. Like I'm crashing out. Like you would have
Sorry,
thought
PG-13, like, explicit language.
I'm like crashing, full on crash out moment. People probably, our neighbors are probably like, what is going on with these crazy ass people
I'm like,
in the house? So
I'm like, I'll never be able to undo this. He's like, I'm with you forever. Scarred. I'm in you now. Oh God.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm now part of you. Thanks, Uncle John.
We just bonded traumally. If that's the word.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Add to the trauma that I already have. Like I'm already on my 13th reason. Just add one more. Like.
Oh shit.
That's her favorite line, and she never means it.
I know. I never mean it ever.
Good. You better not.
No.
Best not.
Yeah, it's just it's called dark humor. That's our lifestyle.
That's our.
I love
I think, like,
I
you
love
can't
dark
work
humor.
you can't work in healthcare.
I can't. I couldn't. I definitely could not.
Like, I feel like you have to have dark humor and if you work in healthcare. Like, you just, like, it just comes with the applicant. Like, when you get the certificate, you just get dark humor.
My favorite is I do like this. I'll say something and totally not mean it, but I think it's funny, and my face doesn't change, like the deadpan humor kind of thing.
I love
And
that.
then everybody's like, "The fuck?" And I'll be like, "I'm just joking," and then walk away.
I do that all the
That's
time. And they're like,
her.
"Did you really mean to say that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I totally meant to say that." And then they're like, "Were you joking?" And I was like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" And I'm like, "What do you think
You'll
I was
never
doing?"
find out.
I'm like, "You'll never know." I'm like, "I'll take it to the grave."
And my friend David's like, when I say stuff, I'm like, he's just like, I can never, like, I don't understand. He's like, sometimes I want to laugh because I think you're joking, but like, I don't really understand. And I'm
Right.
like, one day, sir. But
One day you'll get it.
anywho, I'm gonna have you guys come
Yes.
back because you guys are a lot of fucking fun. I gotta tell you that.
We try.
So
Well,
Maybe it'll
we
actually
can
make
get
like
some-
maybe it'll be like more structured.
Yeah.
we can definitely do it more structured, because we kind of like went all over the place,
We did.
but it was still a good time, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it myself. But if you don't mind, one more time letting the two people know where they can find you if they're interested.
So you can find me, Kelsey at Kelsey Hen, or on Dead Inside Paranormal. We both have our personal Instagrams tagged in Dead Inside Paranormal as well, so you can find us. We also are on TikTok and Facebook as well. We're most active on Instagram, I feel, though. But we're open to collaborations. If anybody wants to hit us up, let us know.
We don't have a lot out there right now. We have a lot of stuff to go through from the last year, tons of like evidence and things of that nature. Let me graduate and I will put all of it out there.
School definitely takes a lot out of you.
It
You know?
does.
Dude.
It does.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time. So, but I do have one more question for you guys.
Okay.
Before I let you go, are you guys finding fulfillment in your life doing what you're doing?
1000%.
Probably the happiest part of I think after figuring this out, you figure out a side of you that you don't even realize is there, and it just puts a lot of peace to you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It sounds weird to be investigating, people and dead things and that bring you like a ever sense of calm. Like I'll literally go investigate before a test, and like I do better on the days that I investigate before an exam than like just studying like normal, because it's just
Calming. Yeah. I definitely met some of my closest friends doing what I do. So I'm very thankful for the paranormal community and the way that it's broadened my horizons and made my life a lot better. So like meeting you, like just meeting new people, like you just network and just find out that like everybody's so inclusive. I've noticed that like you can talk to anyone and like nobody's like you're a weirdo. Like we're all weirdos. So
100%.
So it's like we all fit in. But yes, 1000%.
Absolutely. Dope. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Paracon.
Yes.
So if for the listeners, if you're interested, definitely go follow them. And then whenever Kate's done with school, and maybe she might post some videos. You never know.
So many
She
things
might,
to like
she
do.
might not. She might not.
Pictures and videos and so much stuff to go through.
I know. I have so much too.
All right.
All
So
right. Thank you.
Anywho, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Time is our greatest currency, and the fact that you guys chose to spend some time with me means a lot to me. So thank you very much. And for the listeners, if you don't mind, like, follow, share, subscribe, leave a rating and review. If you don't, Podcatcher doesn't allow you to leave a rating and review, please consider doing so on the website where the weird ones are podcast.com. That is where you can get some merch, some hot sauce, coffee, and all my short stories and all that stuff. So check it out. And you all know the drill by now. Question everything and stay weird.
Rock on.
In the quiet of the night, when the world feels far, there's a voice through the static, like a falling star. It calls the misfits, the dreamers, the ones who see the shadows in the corners, the truth we barely believe. From the pine tree woods to the desert skies, they talk of ghosts and aliens with wonder in their eyes, not afraid to ask the questions that others won't dare, 'cause the world gets strange when you stop and stare. Come gather around where the weird ones are, by the fireside glow or a midnight car, where the stories run deep and the secrets fly like owls in the dark or stars in the sky. If you've ever felt lost, like you don't belong, you found your place, you found your song, right here where the weird ones are. They'll talk of cryptids, time slips, and deja vu, of spirits that linger, and what might be true. But more than the monsters, it's the people you'll find who dare to be open with curious minds. It's not about fear, it's the thrill of the ride, to question the world with wonder as guide. So pull up a chair, let your freak flag fly, we're the seekers of truth beneath the sky. Yeah, come gather around where the weird ones are, on the moonlit thoughts and cosmic scars, where the veil feels thin and the questions burn, and we chase the strange at every turn. You're not alone, not in the dark, you're with a tribe. You found the spark right here where the weird ones are. For the ones who wonder, for the ones who know, welcome home.